Hi folks, welcome back to Dragon Quest XI, and actually we've got access to our first ship now, so we're going to be using that to reach our next destination. Just before we go on though today, I just want to mention that you can actually access the casino from this point of the game, and I know a lot of you are going to want to do that, but I'm going to delay that a little bit because there's a few story sections that we can get through first, which aren't really going to be dependent on us having visited the casino for the upgrades that we can get from it. So just in case you're wondering if I've forgotten about the fact that we can go there now, I haven't. I'm just going to progress a little bit more, and then by all means we are going to be spending some time in that place, and I'll be showing you and researching how it is that we can make the most out of it. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. It will all make sense within a few episodes' time. So for now though, as I say, we are going to head to the next part of the story. And I did visit Gondolia at the end of the last episode in order to save up and whatnot. So if you want to access the ship quickly, you can literally just go to Magic, go down to your hero, Zoom, and then select Gondolia at Sea. And I'll just show you that in action. And what we're going to do once we're back on the ship is start heading to the northeast. So our next destination is quite a distance away. However, there's a slight detour we can take just to grab a few optional treasures and that. Nothing absolutely, you know, exciting or anything for us at this point. But for the sake of completion, I do think it's worth it. So I'll show you that little island that we're going to go to as that bit of a detour goes on here. Right, so we're going to head over here. And straight away, you can see this dock. So we are going to go ahead and disembark. It's only a small island. But as I say, it's there, it's on the way, we may as well go and loot it. Okay, so quite a long loading time actually for me there, but if we open up the map and go on to sparkly spots, we can see there's 4 that we can grab. There's also another treasure that we can get as well from a chest, along with a crossbow target. So we're going to start by heading over here, and I believe there should be a sparkly spot. Yes, there we go, so we'll pick that one first. And then if we head over up north a little bit more, or to the northeast, and there's our second of 4 sparkly spots. From this point we're going to head over to the western part of the island. I'm just going to avoid the enemies for now, but by all means, you know, do go ahead and battle if you so wish. Now up here there's a door, but we can't access that yet, so I'm going to ignore that. We'll come back later on, and I'll just check again exactly where these sparklies are. So right at the edge of this area we should find one. I can just move the camera around the trees here. Okay, this is a harvest point. So we'll knock this down and grab the flower bits, wave weed, and a bit of fairy fluff as well, because why not? Right then, so over here should be one more sparkly, so let me check exactly where. Okay, and then once we've grabbed that, we'll be able to go ahead and nab the crossbow target as well. I'll just check where that is exactly. There it is then, very close to that final sparkly point that we just grabbed there. So you can see on the map exactly where I am. And it's just hiding up in the tree. And then the final thing to do on this island, at least for the time being until we come back a little bit later on, is just to drop down here. We might have to... Oh no, we can just jump straight across and grab this treasure chest. There we have it. So we get a recipe book, Rings Around the World, for that one. And there's no campsite or anything to be spoken of on this particular island. So we're just going to head back to the boat now. And then we'll continue on to the next destination. So, go through this enemy encounter, and I'll see you there. Okay then folks, so don't forget, back on the sea, you will be facing random enemy encounters along the journey, so just be prepared for those, make sure you're nicely healed up and whatnot. We're going to go past that dock there for the time being and start heading to the northeast. So some of these enemies can be a little bit tricky. Like I say, make sure you're healed up. One thing to mention as well is that crossbow target we got. You'll notice we only got 1 instead of the usual 5 on that island. That's because there's actually 4 more islands that each house another crossbow target, which we'll get throughout the course of the game, and that will complete another crossbow target category. Just in case you was wondering why there was a lonesome target there, that's why. One other thing that I think is worth mentioning as well, folks, is you'll want to make sure you're about level 20, 19 to 20, before heading over to the next region that we're about to get to, because the enemies are a little bit tougher than what we've faced so far. In fact, the enemies in the sea are actually substantially easier than the enemies that we're about to face off against. So yeah, just bear that in mind, okay? Look, we can actually still mostly one-shot these enemies here with various AoE abilities. So you will also be getting a little bit more experience, not a whole lot, a little bit more in the upcoming area as well. So there we go, you can see the pink exclamation on the map, shows us where we want to be, which is the Zwaardsrust region. Okay, so we'll go ahead and disembark here. So there are, like I say, a couple of other things you could explore before coming here, but there's no real reason to yet, in my opinion, to take detours, although later on, in the very near future, in fact, we will be doing so. Okay, so here we are, welcome to the new region. So surprise, surprise, we're going to start by collecting the treasures. And to do that, we're going to head inside this house, hut thingy here, whatever it is. There's a couple of things we can grab, so let's check the barrels first of all. Yeah, 14 gold coins in one of the barrels, and also there's a wardrobe over in the corner which we can open as well for a phial of magic water. Right, next up then, we're going to head up the narrow path where there's a sparkly just waiting for us a little bit further up this section. Over on the left hand wall, I believe. So, hopefully we haven't gone past it. Oh, there it is, I think. If we can jump up here, can we? Just kind of float in the air. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so if we check on the map again, that one's a butterfly wing. We're going to head over to the east, where there's once again another sparkly. Oh, is this a weather cow? Yes, make sure you speak to the weather cow. Okay, and then head over to the east. So more of those dust devil type enemies as well in this area. I'm going to try and avoid the enemies, he says. That was good timing, wasn't it? Mostly for the sake of I don't want to have to edit everything out for you guys. But maybe we'll watch this fight, see how it goes down. And then I'll edit out the rest of the encounters that we come across. So as you can see, we're not quite one-shotting these guys anymore now, are we? In this area. So hopefully Serena will keep everybody nice and safe. So I'm generally using Serena at the moment as opposed to Sylvando because her heals are just so powerful. And the fact that she's got some buffs and whatnot. But later on, I'll certainly be using Sylvando because he's going to have a really good AoE heal. Not quite there just yet, but he's not far off from learning that one. And don't forget, your party members that aren't in battle are still going to get the same amount of experience as everybody else as well anyway. Okay, so somewhere along here was the sparkly, wasn't it? Let me just check again. Just up north here. There it is, I can see it in fact. Right, a butterfly wing. Right, so now we're looking out for a windmill. That's where we're going to be heading over to next. And the reason for that, if we can get to the door, try and avoid these enemies here for now. Go away, go away. It's not going to happen, is it? No, no it is. The first crossbow target is what I'm after here. So just above the door of the windmill. So make sure you grab that one. So this is, again, a complete region, which means we're going to have a whole bunch of crossbow targets to get. And somewhere around here should be a barrel we can grab with an item in. Yep, that's the one. And then if we head over down this section, I believe there's a gathering point for us. It might be on the map as a sparkly, actually. So that could be the one that we can see hiding over here. Yeah, there it is. It's an ore gathering point. So worth grabbing. You can get some pretty good crafting materials from these things. So I don't recommend skimping out on them. And don't forget they do respawn as well. So make sure you check back regularly. Right then. So next up is another crossbow target. So just on top of that first hay ball over there. Make sure you grab that. And if I just check the map here, we're going to head to this field to the north. I believe there's a treasure chest. Actually, it's not a treasure chest. It's a mini medal that we can grab. But it's a real pain to actually see. So I might have to pinpoint this one before I actually show you where it is. Okay, so this is the exact location of it. Now, you can't actually see the medal itself. However, when you get very, very close, like within a footstep away from it, you will get this yellow arrow just marking out that you're in the right location. And you're going to have to look on the map to see my exact, you know, where I am exactly, so you can try and get to the right position here. It is a little bit awkward. So that little red dot on the map there in this field is actually a hay bundle. So I'm not sure if you can see that. There it is. So you just want to come over from this angle, just to the southeast of the hay bundle there. And we'll go ahead and grab that mini medal. So like I say, it's not in a chest or anything. You do have to keep an eye out for it. Can be a bit annoying, but it is there, so just stick at it. Right then, so next up we're going to head over here. And there's an inn that we can stay at. And the thing is, this actually acts as another zoom point. So I'm not sure if it's added automatically. I'll just check that. Let's go to fuzz zoom. Yeah, it has. Okay, so it's already there. So you just need to, you know, go to the region here, or go to the area where it says you're at the inn. And then that will add that to your spell for future fast travel purposes. But I'm going to stay here as well. And then we're going to go ahead and start looting and stuff. So we'll head inside. You can also save at the inn as well, which is helpful. Or just outside, rather. Actually, it is inside the inn. It's literally just to the side of the fire here. There's an NPC. I thought it was in another building, but it's not. You can actually save right at this particular location. So I recommend you do so. There are a few treasures to grab here as well, but let's save up first. Since we're in the inn, then we're going to start by heading upstairs and seeing which of those treasures are available to grab from inside. Okay then, so it's a little bit awkward because some narrow corridors and what have you. So the camera can be a little bit of a pain to manoeuvre. But we're just going to look around the rooms, see what it is that we can nab from upstairs here. If we go to the very back, actually. Yeah, there's a couple of barrels we can break. So strong medicine in one, and nothing in the other. And just here there's a bookshelf next to those barrels. And this actually contains a recipe. There's a bookshelf downstairs as well, but it's just got some lore to read. So a couple of nice items there, no doubt, that we can make use of a little bit later on, when we're next at the forge. So a lot of that's going to require silver ore, as you can probably tell by the name. Right then. We're going to go through this door next. This will actually take us just outside. And if we go around the balcony here, there should be another mini medal. Might be around the other side, actually. Pretty sure there is one. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so we're getting a nice collection of those mini medals as it happens, aren't we? So still nothing to make use of, but later on they will be very, very useful. So make sure you're collecting them as we come across them. Right, so you can actually see there's a sparkly spot over there, but it's over at the windmill. We can actually, I believe, get across from here, maybe. If we jump onto here. Ah, yes, we did it. I thought I'd missed it then, but no, you can jump across, look. A few carefully timed platforming jumps there, and you'll be able to get the diamond. So, we can jump back down to the ground from here as well. And if we just look around some of these buildings, there should be some more pots and stuff for us to smash. So let's maybe look behind the inn, perhaps. Yeah, a couple of pots there. 3 pots to be precise. So 30 gold coins and some good old fairy fluff as well. And you can speak to this guy for some information if you choose to do so. So he'll give you quite a bit of information on the history of this particular region as well. And he'll actually also give us a quest, I believe. Yeah, so this is quest number 11. It's called A Path to Paradise. And in order to successfully complete this quest, then we'll need to cast an ability called Care Prayer, which is a pep power available when both the hero, in my case Fuzz, and Serena are in pet mode. And you will need to cast it on a specific enemy known as a Dreadnought, which is found in the nearby ruins but only at night time. So there's a few requirements we're going to have to meet in order to complete this one. But we'll go ahead and accept it. Right, so there's also another crossbow target around here as well. There it is, look, just behind the priest there. So we'll go ahead and shoot that. Okay, anything else we need to do? This whole area, by the way, is called the Inn, just in case you're wondering. I think we can jump down this well, in fact. So yeah, don't forget to check the wells, guys. Sometimes you can get treasures down them. Let's just check. Oh, it's quite a big location. But I think there's only one item for us to grab. I'm not sure whether it's down south or up north. Well, there's a sparkly there. We'll just check up north as well. So there's a chunk of gold ore, but I'm pretty sure there's absolutely nothing else to get from this place. Nope. And I believe Serena, I could be wrong, but I believe she might already be in pet mode. Yes, she is. So what I'm going to do, so we can start working towards this quest, is go to the lineup here and bring Sylvando in. That way we can work at bringing Fuzz into pet mode, since he's not already in it. And then we won't actually lose pet mode on Serena while we're doing so. Then we should be able to complete that quest fairly easily, just by turning it into night in the region and going to hunt down that particular enemy. But we've pretty much looted everything around the inn area, so it is time to move on at this point. When you come out of the inn area, then you want to head over just to the northwest, so that you come to this bridge area here. And we're going to cross the bridge, and we're going to start by heading over to the east. There's a sparkly point over here, should be somewhere. Yes, there it is. So you can see it's located just at this tree here. So we'll give this a good whack. If in doubt, give it a clout. And there should be 3 individual items we can pick up. I think they're all different as well, actually. Right then, okay, so now we're going to head over into the hayfield here, and another crossbow target should be waiting for us. See if we can get this without entering combat. Yep, so just behind this scarecrow here. No! Go away. To be honest, these griffin guys are a lot easier than they look. So don't worry too much about those. Yes, there's 2 more crossbow targets in this particular field. But we're just going to get this one first of all. Then we're going to go and grab another sparkly point before we get the other. So for the sake of speed, I'm just pretty much, unless I'm doing some, quest or event or something, or fighting a boss, keeping my party members on fight wisely mode. That way you'll just whiz through the battles a lot quicker than having to give each of them commands. Okay, Sylvando's levelling up, which is good because he's getting ever so close to his AoE heal ability. Although not quite there yet. Right, so we'll grab the crossbow target there. Now we're going to head over. And I can already see the sparkly in the distance. I'm sure you guys can too. So we'll nab that. And then there's the crossbow target as well. The second one in this particular area. There it is. We'll grab it first then by the looks of things. Didn't actually mean to do that, but it'll do. So hopefully you guys saw that okay. And we've cleared out this little area now. Right, so just before we use the zoom spell to go back to the inn area, the warrior's inn, first of all, there's a couple of sparklies we can grab from this area. Just watch the poison over here. As you can see, it does do a nasty bit of damage. And there's another one here as well. So you might want to heal up after grabbing these. In fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Let's go to Misk, Handy Heal All. That'll do. Right then, and once you've got both Serena and your hero in pet state, as I have, make sure both are in the active party and engage one of these skeletons. So we're going to complete that quest now. Now remember, these only appear at night time. They're called Dreadnoughts. So we'll go ahead and fight. And the trick is we just need to cast this pet power before both of these die. So hopefully we'll be able to do so. If Serena would be kind enough to attack, please don't kill him. Okay, I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Right, there we go. So pet power, and it's care prayer is the ability that we want to cast. And as long as you cast this before the battle is over, then you should complete the requirements for the quest. So, pretty simple, especially now that we can take a party member out of battle, which means that we can easily gain multiple pet powers, or multiple characters in pet power state. Right, we should just get a bit of dialogue here telling us we've met the quest objective. So now we've done pretty much everything that we need to do. We've done the crossbow targets, we've done the quest. We're going to go back to Fuzz here, use the zoom spell, and head over to the Warriors Rest Inn. Here we are then, and we're going to speak to this guy first. Okay, and this is the one that will give us our reward for the crossbow targets. And in this case, it's 4 seeds of agility, which are very nice. So don't forget, the seeds give you permanent boost to stats on the characters that you use them on. Okay, so we get our accolade for this area. And now we're going to head over to the priest and give the good news about the quest that we've completed. And we actually get a fairly decent reward for this one. A Robe of Serenity. Now this is a nice item. It can be equipped by both Serena or by Veronica. So it's completely up to you who you give it to. I guess whoever, you know, you're finding the most useful. So I'm going to go ahead here and equip this on Veronica, I think. Mind you, we've got a pretty decent crafted thing there, but not as good as the Robe of Serenity. Huge boost to stats, even to magic or might, which is a bonus as well. But just to show you, you can also throw this onto Serena instead. Again, for a nice boost to stats. So, let's go ahead though and give it to Veronica, I think. So definitely worth it in my opinion to do this quest as soon as you can for that item. And folks, we've pretty much covered everything in this area now. There's a few bits over to the west in the ruins area where we fought that skeleton that we need to finish up on. But we're going to leave that for the next episode. So thanks for stopping by today. Hope you've enjoyed watching. Come back soon for more Dragon Quest XI. Take care all. Have a great day. Goodbye.